decrees. Let's get it. Mark and Will, yeah. Mark and Will, yeah. It's the Mark and Will show. It's the Mark and Will show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will show. It's the Mark and Will show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know. It's the Mark and Will show. It's the Mark and Will show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will show. It's the Mark and Will show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know.
What is going on? Hey, happy Wednesday, happy hump day to everybody. Hello, Mom. Mama's on here bright and early. Thank you for joining. Big time. I appreciate the love that you give and support, all that kind of stuff. I'm Will. Special show today. It's always a good show when you have guests on here. And I'm ready to rock and roll. I got so many things I want to go ahead and pick. So, hey, if you're watching it for the interview, it'll be happening shortly into the show. But right now, I hope everybody's day went well. I did saw breaking news. Marion Barber III died. He was a former Cowboys and the Bears running back. Reported he was found dead in his apartment. Rest in peace. I wasn't no foul play. Really, it's no way you look at it, but good running back for Dallas. Also, University of Minnesota. Sorry for the Barber family for their loss. Also, my sibling, hit me up and said that there was another shooting. It was a shooting in the Tulsa hospital. So everybody just be careful. There's a lot of stuff that's going on, and I just don't get it. So hopefully things will pan out and get a little bit better, big time. So just everybody just be careful. Like I said, the shooting at Tulsa hospital. So I definitely will be following that later on, checking it out. But hey, all right. So look, it's Wednesday. Yesterday's show was great. It was epic. Brother Brandon was on here. He did his thing like always. Brandon, Johnny on the spot. Anytime I need him, he's there. I appreciate brother. He rock and roll. He's getting better and better, and he is a student of the game. He wants to get better. So hey, Mr. 502, you did a great job yesterday, and pretty much everybody who watched that show yesterday will tell you that you did a good to great job. So keep it up, man. You'll be on here. You might see him tomorrow. I don't know. So let's see, on that one. But check that show out. Brandon did a banged up job on that one. He's rocking and rolling on that one. Make sure, like I said, the interview is going to happen a little bit later. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. All that kind of stuff. I got a question. We reached out to several people and all this kind of stuff, and I'm seeing some cats that's on some other people's shows, 2 minutes, 15 minutes, stuff like that. That we done reached out to. So I'm gonna do it this way. We want you on the show, Caleb Glenn. We want you on here. I know you going to different school and things, and prep school and things like that, or Lemoore, whatever, Indiana. But we do have that legacy show. We have that mail show. You still part of the family. We know you better in the situation. So anybody know Caleb, tell him to hit us up. I've already hit him up. So tell him, go ahead. You need to come on here. You can't be going on these other dudes that, come on, man. Come on. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. This is the people show. This is the 502 show. We need to have you on here. Big time. I'm not hating on them, but I'm just saying we need to have you on here. Let's keep it a real 100. Big time. So I hope everybody's day has been great. I know it's been hot, extremely hot. So let's go and do this as we move towards the weekend. It's probably gonna be even hotter. I don't know, maybe a little rain, thunderstorm. We have the state track and softball and the baseball is around the corner. So make sure you go to Lex and support these kiddos. Um, I'll probably be in Lexington. I'm pretty sure. I'll be in Lexington. If you see me with a Mark and Will show head shirt or whatever, make sure you come and say hi. Let me know what school you go to. Let me know all this kind of stuff. Let's exchange pleasantries. Maybe I can get you on the show, talk about what you do and all this kind of stuff like that. Because this is what this show is about. It's about becoming a vessel for the youth and also for the coaches to get their word out of their programs, get the youth, get them used to being interviewed and things like that. So, and we're going to do our show always, talk about every sports and all that kind of stuff. So, hang tight. Like I said, Coach Hatchett will be on the show, and he's going to rock and roll without a doubt. Southern High's football coach, head football coach. So, without further ado, y'all know how I feel about this show right here, FNC, Friday Night Crew. It bangs, bangs, bangs. It's topics, and probably this Tulsa shooting in the hospital will definitely be covered. So make sure you check that out big time because we got to have that without a doubt. So on there, it's going to be next week. Not this week, it's every other Friday, but check it out. And if you don't know about FNC, I'm going to give you a little sample.
About your consequences, because Lord have mercy. Now you're done. You ain't got no career. You're going to face jail time, prison time, brother.
That's right.
Yes. I mean, so it's just, I mean, I don't know. But like, again, we don't know what she was thinking. Desperate people do desperate things. And maybe she probably thought she can get away with it. That's my only thing that you thought you could do. She watched too many snaps, because Snap, well, heck, Snap, they don't get away.
Classic move by Shannon. That's my older sister. Shan, she handled her business. It was just us two. She filled in and did her thing. She rocked and rolled. She stole the show. Real quick, when I was talking about interviews and things like that, that's a person who was shy guy, you know what I'm saying, didn't really want to get in front of the camera, do kind of stuff like that. Now she's doing more of that stuff. She's doing stuff like that for work. Check it out. She rocks and roll. Love you, sis. Handle business. All right. So let's go on and get into. Hold on. Let me tap this. Y'all know how things get. This is raw and uncut. Sometimes stuff don't go smoothly, but it goes. So we're gonna rock and roll with this one, and we're gonna hit us everybody with this baseball. At the bottom of the screen, you see we got the batting average leaders, we got the home runs, we got the RBIs, all that kind of good stuff. Check it out. If you gotta watch the show again to catch up with the score, that's okay. But right now, let's go and hit Tuesday, May 31st. Yeah, the Diamondbacks beat the Braves. Oh, this is the first time watching the show, Braves is my favorite team. We won the World Series last year. Happy, but come on, man. They lost the Diamondbacks 8-7. Twins beat the Tigers 8-2. Guardians beat Royals 8-3. Giants beat the Phillies 7-4 and 11. Yankees, that's Cuzzo's team, beat the Angels 9-1. Mariners beat the Orioles 10-0. Blue Jays won 65 of the White Sox. Reds 2. The Red Sox won. Hold on, man. For all the Reds fans, I got something special for you guys because I know y'all haven't heard this a lot. Okay. Tigers 4, Twins 0. Mets. Hold on. No Mets won. Let me see. Let me get this together. They try to do me like that. Mets 10, Nationals 0. Cardinals 3, Padres 2. Astros 3, the A's 1. Pirates 5, Dodgers 3. Man, you know what? And we got the Marlins and Rockies postponed. That's not good. So let's see here. So today's game, let's see what's going on today. Wednesday, June the 1st. Summer is here. It's rock and roll. It's hot. Baseball is going for a throttle. Giants is up 5-2 over the Phillies. Marlins is up 7-5 over the Rockies. Orioles is up 3-0 to Mariners. Blue Jays 2, White Sox 1. Reds and Red Sox 0-0 in the fourth. Tigers up 1-0 over the Twins in the middle of the fourth. Brewers, Cubs 0-0. Rangers, Rays 0-0. Braves won today. 6-0 over the D-Box. D-Backs. Let's say box. D-Box. Is that right? Box. D-Box. D-Backs. Guardians 4, Royals 0, Mets 5, Nationals 0, Cardinals 5, Padres 2. Marlins beat the Rockies 14-1, like destroyed them. Astros 5, A's 4. Angels and the Yankees postponed. Standings, real quick. Y'all know how we do. This is raw and uncut, and there's some crazy stuff that goes on. So let's go on to the worst teams. So far in the American League East, the Orioles is 21-30, garbage, 14 games out. Central, Kansas City Royals is 16-33, 13 games out. In the West, you have the Oakland A's, 20-33, 14 games out, garbage. National League East, you got the Nationals, 17 games out, 18-34, garbage. Central, you have Cincinnati Reds, 17-31, 13.5 games out, garbage. In the West, you got the Rockies, 22-27, 11 games out. I'm not going to say y'all garbage, because y'all would be like in second place in some of these divisions, or third place. I ain't going to say y'all garbage. I take it back. Worst record in the league. Ooh, it's not the Reds. It's the Kansas City Royals. Hey, Reds, y'all get another applause. But you're the second worst team. Second worst team. Yeah, okay. That's still garbage. We got a biggie tomorrow. Brandon and I covered some of this yesterday. Tomorrow the Celtics and the Warriors. The Warriors is 3.5 point favorite. That's tomorrow at 9. So you can watch our show and then go ahead and watch the game. Because if they saying 9, that means it's not starting at 9. It's starting like 9:20. So that actually gives me a little time to ask a little more questions, do what I got to do. Perfect. Love that scenario. Going into the game, you got Jason Tatum, who's averaging 27 points and 6.7 rebounds, 5.9 assists in the playoffs. Steph Curry, 25.9 points, 4.9 rebounds, 6.2 assists. This should be a good one. Let's hope that this will be a good one. I wanted to go to 6. Brandon said 7, I think, last night. So hopefully it goes 6. I like to be right. I'm sorry. That's just how it's going to be. I'm going to go ahead and take that W. I want that. That kind of stuff. We got people on here doing a thing. Like I said, Mom's on her. Hello. Shannon, what's up? Good evening. Good evening, Governor. Brandon. So we hitting Gus Fried Chicken. Oh, yes, sir. Hey, Brandon said that's the spot in Lexington. You got to try it. Everybody's going up for that track. Don't go with me, go, because I ain't trying to get out crowded. I want to try some of this. So, Brandon, where you say that's from Memphis or what? Let us know. Let everybody know in the comments what's going on. Please do that. If you're here for the interview's going to come up probably in 15 minutes, so bear with us. Go ahead and hit that subscribe. Hit that like button. Everybody hit the like button. Please. So, tomorrow, this should be a good one, guys. It's not no real dominant centers and things like that. So, can't wait for that. Steph, he is actually trying to put the mark in history that you're going to have to respect him. Put some spec on his name. Got to put some respect on his name, man. I think he deserved that. big time. You know what I'm saying? So he's trying to, cement his name in history, make a legacy and all this kind of stuff. And Tatum's trying to get it rolling. Tatum and Brown. That's how it goes. So let's go on and ask. I got something else on here, so we can go on and get this rock and roll. We got some questions right there, right? So, will the Celtics be allowed to be physical against the Warriors? This is a key part of the game. This is a key part of the game because this is what they do. Celtics is grimy. They're not going to let you cut freely. They're not going to let you do all this kind of stuff. They're going to be in your shorts. They're going to be all hands and stuff. They're going to be physical, put the body on you. And everybody knows. Or everybody, I ain't going to say everybody knows, but majority of people know that the Warriors is not really a physical team. They got some physical players that like to do some stuff, but the whole team with Boston is physical. This is key because if the refs call this tight, then the Celtics have no chance at all. None. And if they just let it happen, game 3 and 4, then okay, yeah, but at the end of the day, and I done seen it both ways with game 7. I done seen it where they let them beat each other up. But I also done seen where they let the stars eat. And the biggest star on the court of all times, in this series at all times, is really Steph Curry. I understand Tatum's balling. Love Tatum. Love Young Gun. Love him. He ain't Curry, y'all. Stop it. For all them people like, well, he's not Curry. At this point. I'm not saying, maybe you can get to the level to be, but
stop it.
Curry gonna get his thing, man. Curry gonna do his thing. For real, for real. So make sure y'all check that out. Hey, man, you can thumbs down me all you want for saying that he's not. Hey, and it's probably Zen. It's probably my dog Zen, and that's okay. I feel you. I take a thumbs down. But Steph ain't no. Come on now. Steph is not. Don't do that. You know that. But that's okay. That's all love. But check this out. So that's gonna be a key component, big time. Y'all got me some fries. I took Draymond up out of there. Come on, Dre. That's all. I'm gonna leave you out of there, Dre, because I'll be bringing somebody else in there. All right. So next question, what we have here. This is really Celtics legacy versus Warriors experience. Legacy, what you talking about, Will? What I'm talking about is that the legacy for the Celtics is Trump tight. These dudes don't have the experience, you know what I'm saying, for that. Like for the finals and all that kind of stuff, right? Yes, they got veterans on there. I understand that. But you got a team with a core group that has that, right? Curry, Thompson, Draymond, man, that's a lot. That's a lot of it. Iggy, all that kind of stuff, right? So we're gonna see. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. But it's the legacy because you go to Boston, the Raptors be speaking, all those names on the Raptors. They ain't even got enough building for the jerseys and stuff, on the championships. They them dogs. They them dogs big time. But right there is legacy against experience. And that experience is building because they get another ship. Man, gosh. This gonna be something. Can Tatum carry Celtics to the ship? Yeah, he can. And the way he can do it is he's going to need help. We know that. But he's going to need that defense to be balls out. He's going to need Grant Williams to step up. He's going to need Pritchard to step up. He's going to need Al Horford to get some of that fountain of youth to get those rebounds and points. And then let him be that one that you need to carry over the top. So that defense got to be tough. If that defense is tough, then he can rock and roll, and that would be good. Big time. But I'm telling you, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. But can he do it? Yeah, he can do it. He can do it. We saw Jimmy Butler almost do it. He was throwing up almost double nickels and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Cuartesiente, he was doing all kinds of stuff, but took a loss. So we'll see what's going on with that one. Big time. Hey, hit that like button, subscribe for me, please. The interview is coming up in 10 minutes. Big time. Check that out. We love you. You see her. Right here. Who holds the rebounding edge? Celtics. The physical team. Looney did things in the last series and the series before that he's never done. I don't see him doing that. I mean, he can get some, don't get me wrong, he can get you 8 or 9 or whatever, but I just think that Celtics with Williams, Horford, and then, Tatum and them are 6'7", 6'8", 6'6". They get in there, Grant Williams, like I said, Brown, they're going to get in there and get their nose dirty. Celtics, to me, has the edge with that one. And usually, I ain't going to say it's going to win it all, but that'll keep them in the game if they control the boards. And they're going to have to control the boards big time. Without a doubt, they're going to have to control that. And I think that will give them a shot, a chance to go ahead and take care of business. Can the Celtics offense keep up with the Warriors? No. Not by itself. Not by itself. And what I'm saying is their defense is going to have to slow down, try to contain them. You've seen the box scores. You have dudes get 22, 24, 34, 30, and still only get like 80 or 90 points because the rest of the dudes is barely getting in there. If you got Curry going for 30, Klay Thompson's 20-something, Poole 20, Wiggins may go for 20, Draymond go for 10, you got some other dudes, and all of a sudden the score is 120. Their defense is going to have to be lights out. That's the only way. That's the only way. That's the only way. Point blank. That's the only way. Some games, yes, but a lot of teams run out of gas, and they have Poole, who's the adopted Splash brother who comes off that bench, who might go for 30. I don't know. He may. So we'll see. It's going to be tough. I think it's going to be a good game. But like I said last night, if you watch the show, let me remind you, I got the Warriors winning it all. I picked them in the beginning of the season. I had them winning it all against the Bucks. I didn't know Middleton was going to get hurt. But I did have Golden State, so I'm riding Golden State. I'm going with them with 6. I think they can pull one of them out in the Garden or whatever they call it now. But should be a good series. Let's all hope for a good series because sports is coming to the end. Hockey's going into their finals and all this kind of stuff. Hey, check this out. Don't forget. Let me go back real quick. Don't forget, on Thursdays, 3 p.m., we on envisionesradio.com. Check it out. You're probably going to hear it's a playback of what we did already. So you're going to hear it probably tomorrow's show. Make sure you check that out. Support us on that one. Thank you, Envision, for allowing us to do what we need to do on that one. Big time. All right. So let's get into some WNBA. And let's look at some of the scores with that. Last night's scores. You got to support the ladies. They rock and roll with that. And they do a great job. So last night you had the Mystics 87, Fever 75. You had the Sky 73, Mercury 70. You had the Aces 89, Sun 81, Sparks 93, and the Wings 91. Today you got some games going on right now. Atlanta Dream, that's with Ryan Howard, University of Kentucky, straight baller, 50-48. You got the Fever with a 61-59, the battle of the bad records is going on right there. I did want to hit something on there, and that's why I said rookies are stepping up. Rookies are doing what they got to do. So let's go ahead and I want to go ahead and give you the rundown of ESPN, who they think are the top rookies. They can get to it real quick. I know we're pressing for time. We got a banger coming on. shortly, but I want to go ahead and get this to you guys if I can. And of course, it's not going to do that. Yeah, it is. All right, so right now, ESPN has, as far as that number one rookie, come on, guys. You say to Kentucky, Mark and Will, we've been talking about this nonstop. Ryan Howard, she's the number one right now. She's having 16 points, basically 17 points, 2.8 assists. She's balling, leading the Atlanta Dreams. Now Lisa Smith from the Indiana Fever, 13 points, 8 rebounds. Number 4, Shakira Alston from the Mystics. She's having 8 points, 5 rebounds. Number 4, another familiar face, another familiar name, pretty much, Emily Angstler, who University of Louisville. She's having 7.3 points and 7.2 rebounds. Baller. Love her game. Queen Egbo from Fever, another Fever, 6 points, 7 boards, 1 block. So you got that going on. Rebecca Gardner, number 6, 9 points, 3 rebounds. You got Destiny Henderson, another Fever. She's got 7 points, 3 assists. Christy Wallace from a Dream. She got 8 points, 3 rebounds. You have Raul Makiti from Mystics, 2 points, 3 boards, and all that kind of stuff. Yvonne Anderson, 5 points, 1 assist. So, hey, everybody's trying to do what they got to do, without a doubt. So, hey, make sure y'all check it out. Show that love, show that respect, and that's what it's about on that level. All right, let me go on and, without no further ado, let's go on and get to this interview. What's going on, Coach? How you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we got you on
Can
right.
you hear me?
Yeah, I got you on right now. I can hear you. Big. I'm just trying to get this, get my stuff situated, get my name up there. You know what I'm saying? So we can rock
Yeah,
and roll with this.
can't do it without
Yeah,
that.
right. Usually it's a two-man show. It's me by myself. So I want to know as well. Now, Mark. So we on here to do this stuff like we always do. So how you doing though, Coach?
I'm good, man. Can't complain too much. You
Okay. I
know.
saw something on Twitter. So did football officially start today?
Um, well, I know a lot of schools is doing it. In the past, we always gave June off to kind of let them get their vacations and
Oh,
work and AAUs and baseball out the way. So when it's time to hit the ground running, we can hit the ground running.
okay.
Um, but I'm gonna try to do it a couple of days a week just to get them in there together and get some things going.
Okay, cool. Because I was like, wow, I'm old head, so I'm like, man, I was thinking about the vacation and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, dude, I think we waited till like, well, I ain't gonna say by my age because we we was doing the August type stuff like that. But anyway, hey,
Yeah, I'm probably
now
closer. I'm probably closer than you think, Charles.
that's cool. But I know where you went at though, and I know you know a lot of dogs that I do. Some that K
Yeah.
State love. So without a doubt. So we like to welcome right now Southern High School head coach, Coach Hatchett. Big time on her. Let me ask you this real quick, Coach. How long have you been in Southern?
I've been there about 8 years, I think, by now. When the last head coach was there, he brought me in, gave me a chance because I was new to the city, and kind of went with there. Kind of was his right hand man for the last 7 8 years, and he decided to retire. He just went into the Louisville Legends Hall of Fame a couple weekends ago.
Okay.
So I was honored to be under him to learn some good stuff, and they decided to see fit to move me over and give me a shot at it.
Oh my God. So this is great. So this is gonna be your first year as a head coach.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I love it. I love it because this makes the show even better because we already had a first year coach on. from the sale. So this is good right here. I love this. Right, this is perfect, big time. So what I want to do today is basically give the fan base, not just your fan base, not the Southern fan base, but this everybody. 502. See what's going on with Southern. Have you talk about the program, how things you want to, how you want to progress and all this kind of stuff like that. So this is good. So you've been there, so you know the lay of the land with Southern.
Yeah,
You know that,
I know the kids. I know the kids fairly well. I'm
right?
still getting used to how the city work, man.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm from semi country and from a county. You know what I'm saying? From Bowling Green, Kentucky. So I'm used to. I played with who I went to elementary school with and middle school with, and I knew who I was gonna play with in high school. Up here, different. Like,
All right, so that's why y'all was so tough down there always.
yeah, man. We went on a little run for a while, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Always. Bowling Green's always been tough, for real, for real. And I always pack that team that if you was playing against them, boy, you had to bring that hard head. I get blown out.
Yeah. So the true person in me, I gotta fix it because I can't let the world hear that you associated me with the Bowling Green Purples. I'm a Warren Central Dragon through and
Warren
through.
Central. Yeah, you got to correct me. You got to correct me. That's okay. Warren
Yeah, I'm a Dragon through and through, boss.
Okay, okay, ain't nothing wrong with that. Hey, that's what this show's about. At Warren Central, yeah, because I was going to put you in a different state altogether till you say that. I think I got some wrong information from Brandon, Mr. 502.
Yeah,
I know
man.
he's on here. I know he's on here
The
listening.
mayor, I know.
Hey,
We, yeah. I told him I gonna give him a hard time. He know why. Yeah, he know why.
yeah. All right, so let's get into this. So, before moving ahead, coach, what positions was you coaching?
Man, I've done coached everything on the football team. Um, Naturally, I played receiver in college, so that was my natural go-to, where I felt comfortable at first when I first started coaching. And then um, Coach Gossett, the one that hired me, first thing he said to me when he picked me up, he was like, "What you want to coach?" I was like, "Receivers." He was like, "Great, you got DBs." He was like, "It'll make you a better coach learning the opposite side of the ball."
Like that.
So I've always done that. And then last year, and I've been the OC. Like I said, I've coached everything. And last year, he decided to make me be the DC because his plan was for me to take over, and he wanted me to have that experience
Love it.
of having both sides of the ball, so that when I do hold that clipboard, you
Right.
know what I mean, I got a vantage point on both sides, and I understand what's going on or whatnot. So yeah, I thank you for that.
That's truly a boss move right there. That's a talk about cross training and all this kind of stuff. I love that. So okay, before we get into like schematics type stuff like this, let's revisit last year's team. Let everybody know how Southern did last year, and some of their strong points and things you want look to work on upon to get Southern uh, uh, to where you want them to be.
Right. So one thing about me, I always keep it a buck, man. And we had a really good year this year. I think we've had the best year we've had at Southern in quite some time. We went 7-3.
Yeah.
We lost to Mel, and we lost to Bullet East twice. Besides that, won everything. Had a real productive year, but that was also because we were senior heavy. You know, we had about 5 senior, the fifth years that stayed back
Hmm.
to go back at it again, and
Right.
then we had a big crop of seniors after that. So we actually lost about 22, 23 seniors.
Okay.
All right. So any program that take a hit like that, I don't care if you're Alabama or
Right.
Male or Trinity or whoever, you know what I'm saying? That's a lick to come back off of. But I'm excited about it. We got so far we've been having on the good days, had about 40 kids out.
Okay.
So I'm thrilled about that number this early.
Right.
Like I said, with Louis, never know what's coming.
Right.
So I got my arms open, you know what I'm saying, praying a little bit, you know what I'm saying, thinking, hoping a couple pieces fall in because I don't really think we that far away. To be honest, I was I was surprised how far ahead we were
Yeah.
during the spring, even though the helmet situations in the city and getting stuff back
Right.
didn't let us actually get out there and hit a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
but that gave us a chance to learn on the fly without concentrating on hitting. You know what I mean? And I think that was good for us. So I think we were a little bit ahead of where I thought we would be.
Okay.
I think once I erased everybody off the roster and kind of did a number play off what I thought was going to be,
Mm-hmm.
I'd say about to say 60 kids. Out of that 60 kids, I think about 21 of them will be a junior or a senior, and the rest are sophomores.
Wow.
So in my head, I'm working for a couple of years from now. You know what I
Right.
mean? I'm
Right.
gonna build it how I wanted to build it. I want them to take on that get it out the mud, unselfish, everybody eat type mentality.
Right.
And in a couple of years, when we build on this thing, I think we'll be something to look at around here.
Let me ask you, Coach, real quick, because you threw that number out, and you've been there for a while. Is that number, on par? I mean, is it increased because of what y'all did last year? I mean, you've been there for a while, so how's the numbers like going into, like you said, you saw 40? Is that number about the same? Just increased because people are excited for the great year you guys had.
Yeah. Well, I think we're a little bit down. I mean, the numbers look good for this time of year. You know
Mm.
what I mean? Because you never know when you got other people at other sports and
Right.
transitioning and this, that, and the third. But over the years that we've been there, we've grown it quite a bit. So when I first got there, we were down to about 30 or so, maybe had 50 kids on the season. But over the years, the number grew. And then this year, losing that many seniors, it'll take a hit on the numbers a little bit.
Right.
I don't know what my freshman class is going to look like. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Right. Right.
hopefully I get a decent size to fill in. But I'm good with where we are, man. Like I said, I think we're about 3 or 4 key pieces away
Okay.
from being able to maintain where we was,
Okay.
and maybe even shock a couple people.
Got that. Got that. Being a new coach and actually new head coach, let's say head coach, Southern, what, I mean, you might have some kids, especially the freshmen who's trying to join and want to know a little bit about that coach. What kind of offense and defense are you going to run?
Um, I'm a spread type of guy myself, man. Um, but I'm simple, man. I believe football is football. You know what I mean? Everybody runs the same plays. Everybody just puts a name on it so they can have some kind of ownership to it. You know
Right,
what I mean? There's about 10 plays that everybody run. You know what I mean?
right,
And it's all window dressing and movement and stuff like that.
right.
But the last couple of years we've been running the single wing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think I don't necessarily want to get too far away from it because it's been good to us.
Uh-huh.
Um, Personnel determine a lot of stuff that we do. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah, man. We were in the single wing, but I'm a spread person at heart. I
Oh,
got a couple big kids where they're tight end bodies. So
right,
I might do a couple two tights, two backs. I like making defenses have to work on Sundays.
right,
I don't want to give them no. I don't want to give them no weekend. Like, I'm gonna give them formations and motions just because they got to write it down, man.
right, right.
Uh, Defensively, we'll be a 4-3,
Okay,
uh, match quarters type of deal.
okay,
That was good for us last year. Um, I like numbers, so last year in 6A, I think we were fifth in rushing defense and second in pass.
mm,
So if it ain't broke, I don't want to mess with it too much.
right,
You know
right.
what I mean?
Okay, let's do this way. Some of the key parts you got coming back. Some of the guys you got, like you said, you lost a lot over the 2022 season. So, what are some of
Yeah.
the guys? What are some of the guys on the offense and defense that people don't know? People don't like, like, hey, they need, keep an eye on this cat. You know what I'm saying? These guys, may be several. Who's some guys that you think that's going to shock, the city, the state, really?
Right. I don't know if this is going to be too much of a shock anymore because he's starting to get seen a little bit by people. But I got a senior coming up named Taj Meadows. He's about a 6'2", 6'3", 220 DN. He's
Ooh,
my he's my tight end, fullback, slot hybrid type of kid.
okay,
Played basketball.
yes sir.
Nice size to him. Starting to get looks.
Okay,
You know what I mean? Like all the smaller schools in the state have came by and looked at him.
okay,
Eastern talked to him a little bit. Louisville stopped in the school right before we got out and shook his hand. You
okay,
know what I mean? So trying to get his name out there a little bit, get him seen. I think it'll be good for him. I think he'll have a good year. I got another incoming senior named Justin Ballard. He's about a 6'1", 6'2", probably about 230
right,
D line,
right.
O line kid. I think he'll be pretty tough. My O line is probably my up front is probably my strength. Um, Sean Montgomery, big kid at center. Connor Hazelton, big kid at tackle.
Mm.
They've all started since they was freshmen, so they seasoned, stuff like that. So
Are those big guys I saw? Because I came to your game last year. Because y'all had some big dudes on that line. I'm like,
yeah,
woo!
so we really didn't lose no line. We lost a lot of skilled kids. So we lost the whole secondary and the whole linebacker group
Mm.
and the backfield. But that up front on both sides of the ball still there.
Woo!
So I'm hanging a lot on their shoulders this time around. It's one up there anyway, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So we get them where they need to be. We'll get behind them and move some people.
yeah, y'all will. Because hey, like I said, I was like, whoa, huge line and all that kind of stuff. Both sides of the ball. Okay, let me give you a chance to speak to the Trojans alumni and the supporters, like how new coach and pretty much the ones who's definitely involved in the football already know you and all this stuff. I know of you. What do you say to them? Like what can they expect from Coach Hatchett type teams?
Well, first off, if I'm talking to the alumni, I'm encouraging you guys to be involved. Um, I don't think we've done a great job in the past of getting out in the community and bridging that gap between the school and that Okolona and South Louisville area. Like if you've played ball before, I want you to come back, be a part of it. You can't really see where you're going to progress to if you don't know the people that paved the way for you in the past.
Oh,
So I encourage y'all to come out and take an interest in these kids. Sometimes they just need a figure to latch on to, and you never know which one you're gonna grab. As far as me and the way I want my team to be, I want to be disciplined, man. Extremely disciplined. I think discipline wins games. I want to be fundamental. I really don't care about skill set. That's
mhm.
that's not big to me.
Right,
Um, Good people win games. I stress all the time the type of person you are in that school building is the type of kids you are in the football field. If
right,
you late to school, you probably late to practice. If
right,
you ain't got good grades, you probably don't know the playbook. If
right.
you in ISAP and get suspended, you gonna cost me 15 in a game. So I'm trying to bridge that gap and let them understand that, you know what I mean? them two play the same. Because if you can't handle it in the school building, you can't handle it in the field, and ain't no coach is gonna come look at you anyway. So that's key for me, man. I want to be extreme. I want good people. I want to build good people. People that we be proud to put out in the community, and doing that, they'll win games. That'll come. They'll come by doing the right thing. And once that hard work starts kicking in, it'll all pay out. But extremely disciplined. Um, Them are the biggest things for me right now,
That's
especially with the group so young. I really want to set that foundation so that we got something sturdy to build on
right, right.
afterwards.
I love how you said, and you're absolutely right. As far as with, and I hit the alumni first. Basically, is that like, you know, show these kids, you know, so let them know who you know, what they are part of, and all this kind of stuff like that. Because I remember, you know, I'm a male grad, and I remember playing against Askews, who was a running back for Southern, who probably had a lot of records for them, who was probably one of the best running backs that we went against. I mean, it's a lot of history, and like, you know, it's easy to say, "Oh man, get out there, support those kids, do what needs to be done." Everybody likes to have somebody to turn back and say, "Hey, they cheering for us, they going for us, no matter win, lose, draw, whatever." So, right on point on that, man, big time. And I love about the discipline, and I love the examples what you said. You know, if you're late for this, you're probably not going to, you know, all that. I love that big time, and you hit it on the head on that. But coach, I want 502 State to know a little bit about your sports journey. How old was you when you started playing sports, and what were the sports you started playing?
Uh, I think I was probably 8, 9 when I started playing sports. Played a little bit of everything: baseball, basketball, football. Um, my dad got to a point where we was running so much. I didn't understand it then, but I do now with my own kids. But we be running so much. He was like, "You got to pick. You get two sports." So naturally, I'm gonna pick football and basketball because that's where my folks were.
Right, right,
Even though baseball was probably my better sport.
right.
Um, like I said, from Bowling Green, went to Warren Central. Back when Warren Central was a real program known around the city. Coming up under a lot of you're a little older, so some of the names back in the day: Damon Hood,
Woo,
J.J. Jewell,
woo.
the Metcalf brothers, uh, Tyrone Dunn, Tracy Reed, like a lot of people to come up under. So there was always a standard that we wanted to meet always. So I enjoyed that.
Hey,
Um,
coach, real quick, and
yeah,
I know you put me in my place because I didn't know what school. I didn't know that this is unscripted, and I love it raw. So, did you? Was it even a doubt that you was going to One Central, or was Bowling Green had a chance at you?
nah,
Or strictly one?
nah, 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 nah. Yeah, I was going to Warren Central from elementary school.
Okay, okay, cool. That's how. Hey, that's how I was. I was going to mail as soon as I came out. So yeah, that was a done deal. So I feel you on that. I feel you on that. That's cool. So check this out.
Yeah,
At Warren Central, definitely, I guess you was receiver. Did you play defense too, or this only offense?
I, I was a defensive person.
Ooh,
I
yeah.
was a, I was a defensive guy. Outside linebacker, strong safety, rover type. Come down, lay that tally out to you. Um, so I thought I was going to college. I thought I was going to college to play defense.
Okay.
That's what I got recruited for, and things of that nature. And then I decided to go to Kentucky State. I wanted that HBCU experience,
Right.
and then I went on my visit. I talked all defense, everything like that. And then when I showed up in August for camp, they put me at receiver. You know what I mean? So that was a little learning experience. I could play it, but playing receiver in high school wasn't the same as playing in college.
Right.
You'll enjoy this. My first day, not really knowing the ins and out and the feet work and how close they are when they pressing in college.
Right.
I gotta go against CP first day.
CP. CP.
Yeah, man. So so I got I got CP and Doc Butler and LaCunta Farmer and
Oh,
all them,
all them boys,
right?
all them
I
dogs.
got all them. I got all them my first day.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So my learning curve had to get quick. You know
Right.
what I mean? So going against the best every day, I had to get better.
That's good stuff, man. That's good. So crazy because I always do like for the show. I'm the one who do like the pictures and stuff. So I go through, and so I'm seeing the first thing I saw. Especially when I was on your Facebook, I saw about the grilling, the jerk chicken and the CP. Because CP was on.
Yeah, man.
CP been on the show, and all this kind. I gotta get Doc on it. See, Doc graduated with me. CP was
Okay.
under us for like 2 years or so. So yeah, I saw that. I said, "Oh yeah, okay, yes sir, yes sir. That's good stuff though."
CP be applying that pressure. I like cooking too. He always throwing something on there, and I feel some kind of way,
He is, yeah,
and,
yeah,
and I got to jump out. I got to jump out there and burn something.
right, right, right. So that what you just said and described as far as playing a different sport, I mean position, and then going to college and stuff. So when you have a kid, this is definitely kudos to you. And baby, you be able to do it on your own experience. When you see a kid who's a freshman or even whatever grade, because sometimes it's like this is not a fit for you. Do you go ahead and let them know, hey, this is what I done. I did this. Because some kids is like, nah, I gotta play this. Look, let me tell you what I did. How does that experience help you, coach?
Yeah, I teach a lot off experience, man. If they don't believe me anyway, then they ain't gonna listen to me. So a lot of times, especially when I was a little younger, I can show you better than I can tell you. You know what I mean? I run around a little bit more and explain it to them that way. But
Right,
I tell them all the time, it ain't about what you think you can do. It's about what's best for the team.
right,
Your job is to get in the door
right,
and get on the, like I always say, get on the bus. Your job is to get on the bus. It don't matter if it's special teams, offense, defense. Like your job is to get on the bus. Once you get on the field, it's your job not to come off.
right,
Don't give them a reason.
right,
Like they gonna put you where they see fit for you.
right,
It might not always be what you think, but if they put you somewhere, they thought about you enough to place you somewhere, and that's key. Because you could not be thought about, and you could be sitting in the dorm while they getting on the bus.
right. That part. That's key. And I want to hit something because I see that you've been a part of it, and I didn't get to go to the last one. And I mean, I know you know Ryan, the guru,
Yeah.
Ryan.
See, I was
You
yeah, so I was an old head when Ryan came in.
okay, cool. And so I want to talk about, and this is really great because uh, I've heard about a couple of the players that you have, and I'm actually gonna definitely talk to you about getting them on the showcase and talking all that kind of stuff. Um, how important is this as far as this showcase? And speaking to a coach that has a team that has young men and stuff that maybe it gets overlooked. Let's put it that way.
Yeah,
So, like, how important is this that uh, these showcases are now popping up that Ryan and the guys are doing, and you've been a part of too? Definitely. How important is this? Could you explain to the city, not just Southern, like how important this is?
yeah, I big kudos to Ryan. We call him Baby Mouse, but big kudos to Ryan on the fact that he brought him and his mom has brought their program down from Ohio down here to
Right,
give to shine a light. You know what I mean? He's big on kids. He don't care about schools. He don't care about programs. He care
right,
about the kids. And when that's your goal and that's your focus, ain't nothing but good can come from it. He
right,
don't want no recognition or nothing like that. He just want what's best for the kids and providing opportunities. It's all about opportunities. I used to work at K State. I used to recruit,
okay,
so I understand how the recruiting works. And sometimes the schools just won't send nobody to certain areas. So you never know what you're gonna get out of those areas. For an example, when I first started coaching, I used to coach at Caverna High School, a little 1A school in Horse Cave, Kentucky.
Right,
Right.
right. I see the
That's
name on.
that's where all my family's from.
Right,
Right. So
right.
I was there, and I had a receiver there. I think it was the year. It was the year Fant from Bowling Green won Mr. Football.
Okay,
Right.
okay.
Nakaris when he won Mr. Football. But I had a kid named Trevor Stevens that was at Caverna at a little 1A school in the middle of nowhere. Didn't win a lot, but he also had like 68 catches, 1,400 yards,
Woo!
almost 20 touchdowns, and a 3.8 GPA.
Mm, wow.
Nobody's gonna come and see him at Caverna in that little hick town. You know what I mean? So opportunities like this that pops up gives a kid like him an opportunity to be seen by somebody.
Love it. Right.
And it's all about, like I said, it's all about opportunity. They That's how I used to take it. They might have been coming to see CP and them at practice, but them scouts was there. So you might as well give them something to look at.
Right, right, right. Yeah. That's always like that. You right. You absolutely
So I tell them the same way. They might be coming to see. I used to use JJ at Moore. Like they might be here to see JJ, but you
right,
blocking JJ today. Get seen.
right, right,
Get seen. So these camps is the same way. You get to be a little bit more personal. Get opportunity to get pulled to the side just to see you move.
right.
I took Taj to the one at Ballard a couple weeks ago.
Yep. Okay.
We got rained at. I mean, the lightning and stuff. But at the same time, we was out there long enough for him to move through some bags and catch some eyes.
Right.
I heard a lot of just walking by. I didn't want to hover, you know
Right.
what I mean? But walking by, I heard a lot of coaches like, "You move well, like
Mm,
big body, you move well."
right.
Well, that might be enough to get at you on the radar.
Right.
You might have made the clip. You might have made the clipboard.
Right. That's good stuff. And that's so true. That's so true. Big time.
And it ain't always about. It ain't always what Ryan's doing, and these trips ain't always about football either. Like some of this is getting out and seeing something different. I told a couple of them, I want you to go because I want you to see something different in Oklahoma. Like go somewhere. Go up there to Michigan, see what Michigan is, see
Right.
what Ohio look like, because you might never go on your own. Y'all might not have the funds to make it. So
True.
go experience it. Go experience it. And who knows, at one of these camps, you might have some success
Right.
against somebody you ain't seen before. And we all know success breeds success.
Right.
When you come back with your chest out a little bit, feeling some kind of way, you know what I mean? And it might spread over to the person lined up next to you.
Right.
You
Right.
never know.
Nah, that's good stuff. That's definitely on that for real. I love that big time because that's needed. Because like I said, we didn't have it when I was playing and all that kind of stuff like that. So I love what Ryan is doing, and I love what you coaches are doing, going up there and helping, working out, and doing that kind of stuff, and a part of that that movement. And that's one of the things that I talked to Mark and everything. And I was like, you know what, everybody can talk about different things. I mean, we pride ourselves talking about all kinds of sports. I said, but we need to go ahead and give back to 502 in the state of Kentucky of players and coaches. So, that's why we try to be a vessel. Let's get to know these coaches. Let's get to know these players, different stuff like that. Every sport, whatever, whoever wants to come on here, and definitely got to get with you to get Taj and whoever else, get that, be an interview and talk about themselves and getting used to that, be able to talk. And I'm going to tell you what, hats off to Brandon because I lean on him a lot, and he hasn't let me down with the coaches, and I see the Southern is in good hands. And I you know what, my thing is like, let me ask you this real quick. Okay. I got two things to ask you before we wrap this
All
up.
right.
So, being a new coach, you got your AD and everything. Do you have any input on the out of conference schedule, or do you? I mean, how's that happen, man? And who is Southern's rival?
Um, yeah, I got all to say on the schedule.
Okay.
Um, So soon as I got hired, I started kind of like setting up for the next cycle
Okay.
um, of games. I kind of just wanted to get that off my plate so I can focus on what's going on now or whatnot. So we get to pretty much pick who we want to, as long as it works out and it matches everybody's schedule. Conference games is conference games. We
Oh,
all know that
right.
or whatnot. So yeah, I try to make it favorable. I definitely try to make it favorable for us. I mean, I don't want to go and kick somebody's head in, and I also didn't want my head kicked in.
Right.
I mean, I want good games,
Right.
competitive games, to where it can go either way.
Right.
I think it's just better football that way.
Do you real quick, coach? You already got the schedule for next year?
Um, so thi- so this coming year's schedule is still based off the one we had last. So yeah, it's already set.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
So so we got the Valleys and Athertons and Doss and Seneca Steel, Iroquois Steel, Fern, Fern Creek, Bullet East, Mail, KCD. I think that's 9. I'm missing one in there somewhere.
Okay.
More. There
Well,
you go.
so who is Southern's rival? Like, who's y'all? Who's the rival team?
Um, I done heard different things. Like not being from here, ain't none of these ain't none of these teams rivals to me.
I mean, we know who probably your rival
Like
is. Yeah.
I've heard I've heard Fairdale was a rival for a long time. Whatever. Um, I heard. I guess more might be technically because we the closest.
Yeah. I can see a little. I see
So
a little bit of that.
none of that. Yeah, that rival stuff don't mean nothing to me.
Yeah. You trying to knock heads off?
Yeah, I'm trying to win.
Right. Right. That part. That part. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's good stuff. So, as we wind down this interview, first of all, you know, like I said, the things I'm hearing, I mean, I hope everybody go ahead and support and do what they need to do. What's that? Y'all still got that fundraiser that's going on, Coach? Is that still going on? Is that, I think it's something that you tweeted uh, probably a month and a half ago or something like that.
Was it the calendar?
Um, it was. Don't give me started. Don't give me line on there. It was. Let me get on here real quick and see.
So we was doing a calendar at one point in time, trying to raise money that way, and we also partnered with Class Act Credit Union.
Okay, okay.
Um,
It's
and we raise money by people going to their social media and following and copying the links and sharing it on Twitter and
that
Instagram,
Coach.
things of that nature.
Is that the same thing as the hero of education? That's different.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. That like that. Definitely. Anytime I see anything like that, I'll definitely retweet and all that kind of stuff on all our
I
on
definitely appreciate that
yeah,
because if
platform.
you know, like JCPS don't fund the programs,
Right,
so,
right, right.
so I gotta get it how I can get it. So
Yeah.
any
Anytime
help that comes from
I,
anywhere, I'm willing.
anytime I see that or whatever, please feel free, to add us and I'll make sure we retweet it and get it out there like that. So uh, as we wrap it up, Coach, we always give everybody a chance to go ahead and thank everybody who's been a part of their lives or who helped them get where they need to be. The floor is yours, Coach.
Appreciate it. First off, man, let me say I appreciate you taking the time to invite me on. I feel official now. You know what I mean? Ka- Kaz looked out for me and
Yes,
threw my name
sir.
around. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to speak on here, shine some light on the program.
Yes.
Uh, you know what I mean? I hope some good comes from it. I hope people enjoy the enjoyed the quick interview. I love rapping with you, man. Um, People that helped me get here, man. I gotta say, I gotta thank my wife for allowing me to do this. It rough around here. My wife's a basketball coach.
Oh,
My kids, yeah, my
what's your
wife's a
basketball coach
basketball
at?
coach. South Oldham.
Oh, okay.
Like she played at Western when they was doing their NCAA runs
Oh, wow.
and things like that.
Okay.
So she's coaching, I'm coaching. My son plays for the Louisville Legends.
Oh,
We all over the country. My youngest daughter plays soccer. My oldest daughter plays softball. So just the fact that they allow me to do it and she holds it down, like completely grateful we'll be able to do it without.
wow.
And just after that, I mean, the coaches that I've had over the years that I've imitated or stole something from, teammates that I've had over the years. You know what I mean? Football is a great thing, man. I think football is probably one of the best life teachers you could ever do. Like, it don't matter race, class,
Right,
or none of that stuff. Like, once you out there, everybody teaches you to deal with everybody, teach you to get up when things ain't going good.
right,
Um, probably the probably my closest friends are the people I've played ball with. I mean, so I honor all of them in some form or fashion. I'm stealing something from everybody when I'm out here talking to these kids. And at some point, I'm going to reach out to as many as I can to come and spill on the kids too. I'm
right.
sure CP got a couple back pedals in him,
Yeah, a little bit,
and
little
and
bit.
and a couple other people.
I love it, Coach. I love it, and thank you. Um, one of the things is, like I already told you, like what we try to do for the show. But I wanted to go ahead and do it like, started off with a base. The base was the legacy show, Mel and PRP, to see how that was receptive. Then I was like, that's mine, but I need to go ahead and get everybody involved. And I love that you decided to come on here. Let's talk about Southern. Let's see what's going on. And the thing about it is that definitely want to come to some of your games, see what's going on, and actually have some of the players on the show so we can talk. I didn't know that the sports was trading family. Hey, South Odom basketball, they want to go ahead and talk. They can come on here too, whatever we got to do. But I appreciate what you're doing for Southern and doing for the community, because you're not just doing it for Southern. That's what you're rolling with. But going into these camps and the showcase and everything, that's what's needed. And I can honestly say that you get it. You know it. You get it. And that's why we do the show. And I appreciate learning about you, your story in Southern. So thank you for joining us today.
Absolutely, man.
Gotta have you back on, Coach. Gotta have you back on, though.
Anytime, man. This is fun.
All right. All right, real quick. You thought you were getting off real quick? Wait a minute, real quick. I
What you
see a
got?
helmet. I see a helmet behind you. I saw some.
Which one?
That Bills. You a Bills fan?
Yeah, baby. Bills Mafia.
Hey, hey.
Bills
You and,
Mafia.
you and Bryson. You and Bryson Bills fans. So yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
man. I'm a glut. I'm a glutton for punishment, man.
Man.
I've been rocking with him. Andre Reed. Andre Reed, my
Woo!
favorite player of all time.
Yes, sir.
I
Nice.
rock that. I rock that 80 tray. Um, yeah, man. I've
BB
been with them.
out there.
They always get me excited and drop me off.
Hey, but I
Or
was.
they start bad and jump up and then let me down.
But I tell you what, though. Hey, the future's bright for them. And
Man,
the
man.
Bills, Bills,
This year
Bills Mafia.
this year broke my heart, man.
I bet, because it was there for y'all.
Like, how we gonna have the number one defense in the NFL and give up a touchdown with 15 seconds? You know what I mean? Like, who do that?
Y'all had
I'm jumping on my couch. I got my Andre Reed jersey on. I'm letting loose. Went to bed upset.
I bet you did, but I'm gonna tell you, man, Bills Mafia, man, and it's so funny because, like I said, Bryce and you. You don't see too many, but I know you guys probably know way more. But yeah, it's coming, man. It's coming. Yeah, it's coming, and I understand because you play football and everything ain't guaranteed just because it went well one year and you know what I'm saying, that kind of stuff. But
Yeah.
y'all got some stuff to go ahead and knock it out and do what you gotta do. And hey, I love it. I love it. I love Bill's Mafia. Y'all. I have to watch all that stuff. So I just had to bring it up because it wouldn't be an interview if we didn't bring it up. Because I saw some pictures, but and I saw the helmet. I said, yeah, it's Bill.
Yeah, man. I got my helmet and my piece of turf back there.
All right, Coach. I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna holler at you on the other side, man. Thank you.
Appreciate it, man.
All right. I'm gonna tell you what. This is why we do the show. Coach, hey, he's a winner. He's got a formula. Definitely go ahead and check them out this year. Southern alumni, check them out. Supporters over there, check them out. Definitely go. I'll be there. I'll be at the game, especially definitely gonna be at that Mail and Southern game. Coach is a winner, and you can see that he's a winner, not just on the field, off the field. Thank you, Coach Hatchett, for coming on the show. Y'all know what we do. Nut but bangers. And tomorrow's show, hopefully I got something good for you that's coming. If not, I still got something good for you because you know how I do. So God bless you guys. Peace out.
It's 8 p.m. Let's get it. Mark and Will, yeah. Mark and Will, yeah. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know.